Hello, I have quite a few things to go over today. So I've got an email too, but sometimes this is just easier if you don't want to read it all or if you just want to hear what I have to say. So a couple things just to go over Sunday school. We have some really great volunteers that are working hard to make programs in our junior and senior high youth groups that are engaging, that are age appropriate for the wide span that we've got, that are service and social justice oriented, and that have a meaning and a way to help us walk in our life with Christ. So we are really encouraging you to prod your youth a little bit to come to Sunday school. I know that our youth have taken a huge hit during this pandemic, and they're coming out of it with activities, but they're finding their way. They're trying to figure out their place. And so I know we have great activities at school with sports and drama and academics. And I know a lot of our kids are independent and they can drive and they have jobs and all of that stuff that we're dealing with. And so we hope that our community in First Presbyterian will hold tight enough and will make them feel like they have a place there, that they can grow in their spiritual presence, that they can engage with one another, that they feel comfortable and safe. It is a questioning place. It is a learning place. And so we are really encouraging you to, nudge them a little bit. I've got teenagers. I know what it's like. Sometimes we just have to nudge and encourage. And the more they come and build those relationships, I think the less nudging we'll have to do. So we are using that GroupMe app. If you would like to, and we would like you to, you can add people. So if you have a spouse or somebody else, a guardian or somebody else that's in your youth's life that you want to add, go ahead and add them and add your youth. That way they can see, I'm going to be sending out weekly reminders of things that we're doing, trying to get the kids to engage with one another. They can, Sophia can pop on there and say, hey, I'm going to Paula's bonfire this weekend, which isn't, but anybody, want to come or whatever. You can also private message people. So if Sophia wanted to, text Reagan through the app and say, hey, Reagan, I'm going to go to bake cupcakes this weekend. Would you like to, I hope to see you there or something. So there's lots of possibilities and things that we can do within that app. And it just is a nice, safe place for all of us to be and see content and reminders and things like that. So get the app, GroupMe, add your youth. And like I said, if you want a spouse on there or somebody else that, a mom or a dad or a guardian or a grandparent, whoever may be in charge of your youth, you can add them too. The next thing is Ghost Ranch. It's coming in July. We're going to be going in July. Ghost Ranch offers two different programs. One is a big, it's not huge, but think of like a youth camp where youth groups from other countries come, or other states and areas come, and they have some mingling and some things like that. And that's only 1 week that they offer that. And then they have what they call Youth Service Corps Week, and that's for the whole month of July. So July 10th through the 15th, I think it's Sunday to Friday, we are going to be doing the Youth Service Camp Corps, the Youth Service Corps it's called. And it is, I think it's the best fit for that's what we were going to do last year. And I think it's the best fit for our youth in terms of where we are now as a church and as a youth group. It's just going to be our church. It will be, we'll have some opportunities to see some culture. It's in New Mexico in the desert, so we'll be able to see some culture. We will be doing service projects off-site and on the ranch. We will, most importantly, I think, be really able to dive into some of our traumas that were just coming out. I mean, in no way is this a therapy camp, but I think just where our youth are and where some of us adults are too, just the time away, the time to be with each other, the time to be, it's in the desert. So we're going to be lacking technology, no Snapchat or TikTok or, those things are going to be limited. Maybe your youth should be an earshot off from this. But I think it's going to be just a really great week together. I mean, check out their website. Just looking at the pictures, I mean, it is just something that I feel like every human being coming out of these 2 years needs. And then it pairs it really great with the social justice or activities that we're going to be doing, the service projects and things. And we can pick those, and we can work with the ranch to see what kind of fits our group the best. So if you are at all interested, we have all of our funding from last year. Because of COVID, we didn't use any of it. We didn't go anywhere. So we have a great startup amount of money. The trip is a little more expensive than usual. It's I think Montreat and Triennium were roughly like around $600. This one's going to be about $800 to $900. The camp itself was about $425. But we're gonna have to fly there, and there's some extra costs that kind of increase that amount. So if you are interested, we kind of need to get things going on this, and just so I can give him kind of an estimated heads up over at Ghost Ranch about how many kids are going to be coming. I do have 2 chaperones already. Depending on how many come, I probably could use another one, maybe 2. We have a large youth group now. If you remember maybe 2 years or 3 years back when we were all together and Miss Rachel would do some of the kids' Christmas programs, that large group of kids have now grown into this large youth group. So I encourage all participation. I would love to take all 30 of us over to New Mexico. So I am absolutely not capping on the amount. The more kids we have, the more chaperones that we will need. So at this point, I'm looking for maybe one more at this time chaperone. And the chaperones you don't have to pay. So we want you to feel like you can come and really experience this with the youth and really engage with them. And so because we have some money built up, that $900 will not be $900 cost to you. We'll figure out some of those monies as we go along. Speaking of money, the Salvation Army was very appreciative of our help. We have not received money from them yet, but I thought it would come this week. So sometime we will get the money from them, and I appreciate the youth that came and helped. Anytime there's an activity like that, I really encourage participation. Even if you aren't going to Ghost Ranch or can't come this year, that money will just keep, in our funds. And so next year when we go to wherever it is that we decide to go to, then that money will just roll over. So even if you aren't going this year, or Ghost Ranch seems like something that's not for you, I encourage you to still participate. We will be doing the Italian dinner. We still have lots of bags from our Christmas reusable gift bags fundraiser that we did. So, I think we might as well just throw out those tables and sell them. We don't have to make any more, but we could just sell what we've got left. That was a great amount of money for us too. And then if your youth is not finding what they need in our youth group right now, or Sunday school, or they're not coming because of XYZ reasons, please let me know. If there's an activity that you would like to see or they would like to see, let me know. We do have a couple things planned, upcoming. We had a bonfire, which is always a huge hit, but it was raining, so we will put that on the docket for spring. November 21st, we're going to have pizza party and decorating the church at the church. We'll be decorating for Advent. So those are some things coming up. We have December 12th is our Children and Youth Christmas program. That's going to be at the 10:45 worship time. We aren't going to have the 9 o'clock. We'll use the Sunday school 9:30 arrival time, and then that 9:30, 10:30 time for practice. And then we'll have our worship time during the 10:45 worship service. So I encourage you to come to the first word service at 9 o'clock. A lot of our families come to that service. It's a little early to start, but then you're right into Sunday school, and then you're done by 10:30. I know a lot of people have plans. We have a huge amount of our youth and families involved in Mamma Mia, which starts this weekend, I think. I believe it's this weekend. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain it's this weekend. I'll stick the link to buy tickets in this email too. And so anyway, I know a lot of people have weekend activities. So our first word service at 9 o'clock is brief. Jeff Franks does the reflection. It's not really a sermon, it's just a little reflection. We have engaging liturgy and some different music and things like that. So anyway, I encourage you to participate however you feel comfortable. And if your youth or students have any questions, or hey, I would like to see this, or this would be fun, or remember when we did this, that was fun. And there's a lot of new youth coming in. So if there are things that they want to see differently that we've not done before, I would love to add that. So sorry this went a little bit longer than I thought, but it's easier to talk than it is to type. So I think that does it. Please think about coming to Sunday school and participating in that way, because if you are going to Ghost Ranch, if you are already familiar and in those relationships with others, with the adults that are there, with the student, the youth that are there, then some of that spiritual conversations and things that we're having aren't so weird and uncomfortable when you're, already have those relationships going. So let me know if you can go to Ghost Ranch. Hope to see you Sunday, and have a great weekend. Go outside today. It's beautiful out there. So have a good one.